Hi everybody, welcome back to Ange's Pilates. So wherever you are in the world, I'd like to send you a big hug, sending lots of love, and I hope that you're all keeping fit and safe. I'd like to send special love to all my fellow Melburnians, fellow Victorians, as we hit our second lockdown. Pretty tough, but I'm hoping that this little Pilates challenge that I'm starting today will help you get through your day. So it's a 7-day Pilates challenge. I've decided to call it the Gentle 7 because I think even if you're an experienced Pilates practitioner, we tend to forget about the fundamentals, forget about a little bit about the techniques of Pilates. So this 7-day challenge is going to focus a little bit more on that, and it's always really good to come back to basics. So welcome to Gentle 7. So let's start at the end of the mat. Shoulders above your ribs, ribs above your hips, and you're going to place your arms in front of you. Let's take an inhale through the nose, lift your chest a little. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone under, draw your navel towards your spine, and we're going to lower, bone by bone. Try not to grip too much with your quads here or your hip flexors. Lower your arms and lower your head. Scoot in a little bit. You want your feet to be hip distance apart. Your heels a comfortable distance from your buttocks. And we're going to start off just by connecting to your breath and setting the posture. So neutral pelvis. What does this mean? It means your pubic bone and your two hip bones should be on the same level. If you put your hand between your lower back and the mat, there should be a little pocket of air there. That means you're in the right place, just following the natural curvature of your spine. Think about lifting your shoulders up to your ears. Now pull them away by sliding your fingertips towards your heels, and you want to flatten your shoulder blades on the mat. Make sure you have a long neck, so nod your chin a little, and you want to open your chest. So let's start off by connecting to the breath. So place your hands, fingertips wide, on your ribcage. Now just close your eyes and really think about what you're doing here. So as you take a breath in through your nose, feel your ribs expand into your hands. As you exhale out your mouth, feel your ribs soften and close and interlink your fingers. Let's do it again. Breathing in. Fingers will separate and you'll feel the ribs flare into your hands. Exhale out your mouth, soften and close your ribs. And as you do that, think about sliding your lower ribs down to meet your hip bones. And again, breathing in through the nose. Feel the breath come into the sides of the body and into the back. Lengthen your out breath now. Take it out a little bit longer than you'd like. Feel the rib cage close and think about sliding your lower ribs down to meet your hip bones as you draw your navel down and towards your spine. Let's do one more here. Breathing in. Be aware of where your breath is going, into the sides, into the back of the body. Lengthen that out breath. Soften and close those ribs. Slide your lower ribs down to meet your hip bones as you draw your navel down and towards your spine. Beautiful. Just relax your arms beside your bodies. Check in, pubic bone, hip bones on the same level, and you want a little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Now let's start to connect to the abdominals. I'd like you to think about your pelvis as a bowl of water, and that water is sloshing around. So you're going to place your fingertips on your hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to tip the bowl of water towards your chest and feel that pocket of air disappear as you push your lower back into the mat. So you're sloshing the water towards your chest. And then you're going to lengthen the tailbone away and bring the bowl back into the center. So your breath will be exhaling as you push the lower back into the mat, tipping the bowl of water towards you. And then inhale, lengthen the tailbone away and come back to the neutral. Keep going with this, breathing out. So here you want to feel your breath. Here you want to feel your abdominals. Inhale, lengthen the tailbone away. And again, breathing out. So here you don't want to connect to your buttocks. You want to use the breath and your abs. And then inhale, lengthen the tailbone away. So this is a beautiful move. Keep going. To feel the connection to the breath, feel the connection to the abdominals. And at the same time, you're mobilizing that lower spine. Let's do 2 more here. Exhale, rolling the hips towards the ribs. It's a great place to come back to if you start to lose the connection to the abdominals. 1 more, breathing out. So you're shortening the gap between the ribs and the hip bones. And then lengthen away, coming back to your neutral. Now just place your arms beside you. So just remember that move. This time we're going to activate the glutes and you're going to just push straight up to the ceiling, lifting your hips. So this is our shoulder bridge. Here you want a long line from under your armpit to your hip bones to your knees, and you want to close your rib cage. Now you want to articulate down. So start from the sternum, your chest bone, and you want to lower each and every vertebra, bone by bone. This is beautiful for your spine. Watch your knees. Feel that lower back connect to the mat. And then lengthen the tailbone away from your crown and come back to that neutral place. Pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. Let's go again. Exhale, drive up by activating your glutes. Make sure you're not overextending here. Melt down, bone by bone. So really feeling that length through your spine. Lower back connects before you lengthen the tailbone away from your crown. And if you find your shoulders are shifting, pull them away from your ears. Let's go again. 4 more. Exhale, we squeeze up. And we lower down. Let's just pick up the pace just a little. And then lengthen the tailbone away. 3 more. Exhale, we drive up. Feel the glutes here, hamstrings. Lower down, bone by bone. Exhaling. And lengthen the tailbone away. 2 more. Breathing out, activate the glutes to lift. Watch your knees. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, you lower down. And each time you should be feeling a little bit more mobile through your spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. 1 more. Exhale, we drive up. Feel the glutes, feel the hamstrings. And then we roll down, bone by bone. Making sure you feel each and every vertebra, lower back connects. Then lengthen the tailbone away from the crown. Beautiful. Hug your thighs towards your chest. Just release that spine by circling in one direction, pushing the lower back muscles into the mat. And then let's go in the other direction. Hold your thighs, nod your chin, and we're going to rock up. 1 rock. Use your abs here, and then another one. So I'd like you to come now onto your stomachs. I'd like you to cross your hands one on top of each other, and you're going to lower your forehead on the mat. So in this position, we want our legs hip distance apart, and I want you to think about your Pilates triangle here. That's your pubic bone and your 2 hip bones. They form the triangle. Make sure they don't leave the mat. Now, to keep your lower back safe, I'd like you to activate your glutes, but it's not a big grip. It's about a 35% butt squeeze. Turning your heels inwards, rotating your knees outwards. So you want to keep the legs active, but you want to really try and connect to the mid and upper back. So take a breath in. Draw your navel up and off the mat. Try not to let your belly button touch the mat. Then on the exhale, you're just going to float your chest off, trying to connect to the mid and upper back muscles. Inhale, hold. Exhale, and then lower down. Keep your legs active, but keep your feet grounded. 3 more here. Breathing in, navel up and in. Exhale, chest lifts. Feel that length through the spine. Inhale, pause. And then lower down. So everything has a breath. 2 more. Inhale. Navel pulls up and in. Feel the connection of your abs. Exhale. Use your mid and upper back muscles to lift your chest. And your head and neck just come for the ride. Inhale. Pause. Exhale and release down. We have 1 more. Breathing in. Draw that navel up and in. Exhale. Chest lifts. Inhale. Pause. Exhale and lower down. Take a breath in. Now on the exhale, you're going to pull your navel up and you're just going to float your chest off. So you're hovering here. Relax your shoulders. Keep the chest lift. And I'd like you to nod your chin like you're saying yes. Keeping the chest lift, and just be aware of how your neck feels right now. Don't force it, nice and relaxed. Come back to the center point, your neutral. Now I'd like you to rotate side to side, like you're saying no. And just notice how your neck feels here. Keeping that extension through the mid and upper back. Last one, come back to the center and then lower down. So keep your forehead glued to your hands. Take a breath in. Draw that navel up and in. On the exhale, you're going to lengthen one leg away from you. So I'm floating it just off the mat. Keep your forehead glued and lower down. Exhale, pick up your other leg. And then lower down. So this is not about height. It's about length. And you're trying to lift your leg, thinking about activating the glutes to lift it up. And all the time, make sure your belly button isn't touching the mat. Now try and let go through your shoulders. Try and relax your jaw. Reaching away. Let's do 2 more here. Lengthen as you exhale and lift. You're trying to get your thigh bone off without bending your knee. And lift the other leg. Now if it's available, let's try both legs. Exhale, both legs lift off. Navel up and in and lower down. So here I'm feeling a lot of work through the glutes, the hamstrings. So just initiating the back of the body. 4 more. Exhale, lengthen. If you find your lower back is loading here, then I'd like you just to stay with the one leg. Last 2. Breathing out. Energy coming out through those toes. 1 more. Let's lengthen and hold for 4. Breathe. 3. Give me more length. And release down. Beautiful. Place your hands underneath your chest and just press back into child's pose for me. So we just want to counteract all that extension by coming into a little bit of flexion. So knees are wide. Allow your chest to fall through your legs and relax your forehead on the mat. Elbows are on. Shoulders are relaxed. Stay with your breath. On the exhale, tuck your tailbone under and you're going to roll up bone by bone, articulating the spine, and the last thing will be your head. Beautiful. Let's take a seat, connecting now to those abdominals again. Bring the arms in front of you. Chest is lifted. Tuck your tailbone under and we're rolling down, bone by bone. Try not to use your legs too much here. Lower your head, lower your arms, and then just scoot your body so your legs are a comfortable distance from your buttocks. So I'd like you to bring your feet together. Ankle bones are touching, big toes are touching. Take your fingertips to the base of your skull and your elbows are wide. So remember, I've got that little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. I'm in neutral. On the exhale, we're going to nod the chin to start. So we're just lifting the head, trying not to use the neck, trying to connect to the upper abs. And then we go a little further by lifting a little higher. Elbows in your peripheral vision. And then we lower back down. Try and squeeze your knees together to engage your inner thigh. Let's let it flow. Exhale, we curl up. So here we're aiming for the tips of the shoulder blades, but not if you're allowing your belly button to pop out. 2 more, breathing out. Think of lengthening your neck. Don't pull on it. Last one, I'd like you to hold it here. Exhale, hold it up. Try and keep that chest lift. And you're going to take the leg closest to me and open the knee without letting the opposite hip lift. And then exhale, initiate your abs, use your inner thigh and bring your legs back to the center. And we do this to the other side. Breathing in, exhale and pull it in. If your neck is fatiguing, I'd like you to lower your head. Make sure the leg that's still, it stays still, the knee's not bobbing. Take it out to the side, looking at your thighs, exhale and pull it in. 4 more, out, let's pick it up a little bit, exhale and pull it in. Pull your navel down. So mobilizing the hips here, connecting to the lower abdominals, connecting to the inner thigh. 1 more. Exhale, pull it in and release your head down. Beautiful. Take your arms beside you. Just shake your head from side to side, releasing the neck if you need to. Come back to the center. Remember, you want that long neck. I'd like you to pick up your legs. Knee should be above your hip. This is our tabletop position, and your shin bone is parallel to the floor. And we pick up the second leg. As you do that, you'll notice that little gap that we had before was gone in the lower back, and the lower back is completely flat on the mat. But we're still in neutral, we're in a supported neutral position. Take your fingertips to the base of the skull, elbows are wide. Breathing out, we're going to lengthen the neck and the eye gaze come towards the thighs. Stay here. You're going to reach your right leg away from you, towards the floor, and exhale, pull it in. Then it's the left. Now make sure you're hinging from your hip joint. So if you're just using your knee, it's going to look like this, right? It's not from the knee, it's from the hip joint. And pull it in. And be very mindful, you want to keep the shape of the leg without allowing that lower back to lift. So the further away you go from your body, the harder it's going to be to maintain the stability of the pelvis. Upper abs are working to keep the chest lift. Lower abs are working to pull that leg in. Let's do 4 more. Inhale as you reach, exhale as you pull in. And it's 3. And pull it in. 2 more. And pull. 1 more. Hold it here. Now see if you can lift a little higher by reaching your fingertips past your hips. And then allow your head to lower and relax your legs. And just shake your head from side to side. Beautiful. Still working the same muscle group, upper and lower abdominals. Just be mindful that you're using your breath here, because using the breath correctly helps you connect. So we come back to tabletop. Knees above your hips, shin bones parallel to the floor, and the lower back is on the mat. I'd like you to curl up, nod your chin, and peel up. But if this is too much for your neck, keep your head down. Going to interlink your fingers and place your hands, just tap them on your thighs. They're going to stay here. You're going to take the front leg long. So let's start off at 45. Key here is your lower back. It mustn't move. We're bicycling. Here's the breath. We go in, shh, shh, in, shh, shh. Keep that breath. Make sure you're not looking at the ceiling. This is going to give you neck strain. Nod your chin a little. You're aiming to get the tips of those ribs, the shoulder blades, on the mat. Elbows are wide. Now, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, if you want more, lower your legs. But this is pretty advanced. Make sure you have the strength to do this without loading your back. And my abs are on fire. 4 more. In, out, out. 3 more. In. Hands aren't moving, they stay still. 2, in. In, are you breathing? Out. 1 more. Eye gaze to your thighs. Last time. Hold it here. Hands underneath. Curl up. Use your arms to assist you. No neck strain. Release your legs. Land your head. Let's take a full body stretch. So fingertips are above your body. Reach your fingertips away from your toes. And yes, you're coming into a little bit of extension here. So I want to stretch the front side of the body. Nice, easy breath. Bring your feet in. Take your arms above you. Take your arms out to a T. Palms face the ceiling. And I'd like you to lift your heels so you're on your tiptoes. Stack your knees and you're going to lower them towards me. Here you want to make sure your opposite shoulder blade stays on and just turn your eye gaze to the opposite direction to your knees. Now here you want to use your lower abs as you exhale and pull your legs back to the center. Let's lower the legs to the other side and you're going to turn your head to the opposite direction. Beautiful release for your spine. You need to activate your abs here to bring your knees back to the center. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. My shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, using my inner thigh, using my abs to bring the legs back in. Last one, and I'm releasing through that spine. Exhale and back to the center. And I'd like you to hug your thighs in, nod your chin 1, rock, use your abdominals, and then we come all the way up. So how beautiful does your spine feel with that? So that's day 1, fundamental Pilates of your Gentle 7 challenge. I'd love to hear your feedback and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Bye for now. Well, make your